So hello and welcome back to CourtMcKelly.com. As always, thanks for all the feedback and the conversations that are going around these blogs. I really appreciate you guys' insights and driving the conversation to the next week. And really that's the purpose of this week is, there's a lot of conversation going around and people asking, gosh, Court, what do I need to do in order to max out this year? What is the maximum contribution the IRS is allowing? How much can I put in? And am I on track to do that? So that's really going to be the focus of today. Unfortunately, when you think maxing out here in Chicago, you think, gosh, Portillo's, cheese fries, chocolate cake shake, all that good stuff, the Italian beef. I mean, wouldn't we love to be talking about that today? But unfortunately, we're going to be talking about maxing out your retirement contribution. So with that, why don't we jump right in? We're going to start with 401ks and 403bs, and really, what is the maximum contribution you can make to those in year 2016, and what is the value of making those contributions, and then contradicting that against, or comparing that, to the IRA and what you could put into the IRA for 2016, and why the 401k is a great tool given the higher limits of what you could put in on the 401k, contrary to the IRA. So with that, why don't we just jump right in and show these limits to you. So for the 401k and the 403b market, that is 18,000 plus a 6,000 catch up for those over age 50. So even if somebody just goes at the 18,000 and does this over a 30-year period, so take somebody who's say 35 years old, starts putting in $18,000 and does that to say age 65 or 30 years, this would be worth $2.2 million. So 18,000 over 30 years, 2.2 million. Starting at age 50, they start putting in the 6,000 on top of that. So go from putting in 18,000 to 24, add the additional 6 on top of that for 15 years, from age 50 to age 65. This would add to a total of 2.6 million. So $6,000 additional for 15 years, total of $400,000 in total value at age 65. That's the value of the 401k and the value of maxing out at that limit that you have there. Now, one thing I want to point out is there's actually a higher limit than the 18,000 plus 6,000. It's actually 53k plus you got the 6,000 catch up, so really 59. We're not going to go into this today, but if you have questions around how to get to this higher limit, just ask me a question, fire a little message back to me in this blog, and I'll actually show you how to accomplish this. Pretty powerful stuff, but totally doable as well. All right, so let's take a minute and drop down to the IRA. So obviously you can see the value of why you make the maximum contributions inside of a 401k plan, but now if you use an IRA, what that impact is. So the limit that you have under age 50 is $5,500. And you take that over the same period of time, 35-year-old to age 65, be worth $670,000. So clearly, big difference in the total just because based on the limits. And if you add on starting at age 50 as well, put on that additional $1,000, you're worth $790K. So even at the maximum contribution, given the limits today, you're still not even half, which makes sense. Obviously, the limits are proportionally much smaller in what you can contribute, but this shows you the value of the limits and maxing out in the 401k environment versus the IRA and vice versa. You can see, obviously, very slanted towards the 401k or 403b market for that as well. So these limits change, or they typically will change year to year, but this gives a snapshot for year 2016, what these look like and what the value of them are over a period of time. So hopefully you get some value out of this material today. Fortunately, we're not talking about maxing out with Portillo's, but maxing out in the retirement market today. That's what it looks like. So hopefully you got something out of this. As always, appreciate your feedback. Take a minute to scroll down and give me your thoughts, and wish you all well. Have a great week, and we'll be in touch soon.